Celebration, which signifies the rite of passage of these individuals into the profession of nursing. To the students, what does the following get you? 56 lectures, 24 simulation learning labs, 7 clinical rotations, 60 packets of clinical assignments, 4 research papers, and 20 examinations. Although at this point some of you are probably thinking ulcerative colitis, anxiety, depression, chronic fatigue syndrome, you hopefully will soon view them very differently. The combination of these experiences have provided you with the foundational knowledge and the experience to become a nurse. They have given you the opportunity to begin your career as an admired, trusted, respected, and honored professional. They have provided you with the opportunity and the privilege to be part of a person's life and to make a real difference in their experience. But it goes much deeper than that. Your experience as a student and as a professional nurse have and will continue to change you. As stated by the American Nurses Association, nursing is more than what you do. It is who you are. Being a nurse is emotional, intellectual, and physical. It is a profession like no other, where you have to be technologically minded and compassionately present. You have to be fluent in the science that guides your assessment in your evidence-based practice, but also gifted with the ability to remain silent and listen to your patient's story. You are a nurse. Please join me in thanking the faculty who have provided our students with the tools necessary to be competent and compassionate nurses. Faculty, if you could stand when your names are read. Dr. Nancy DeSoto. Dr. Dulcinea Kaufman, Lori Mancuso, Carrie Marchand, Kelly McDonough, Lori Murray. In the audience is also a very special guest, Mary Churchman, who was a faculty member and retired last year. Of course, Sister Helen Burke, who we are remembering this evening, but also our wonderful adjunct faculty, some of them who could not join us this evening. Doris Noyes, Karen Windle, Tanya Haw, Heather Lemire, Kathleen Higgs, and Sandy Tanis. In conclusion, although graduation is essentially the end of your attentive guidance by your faculty, the support, comfort, and camaraderie of your peers, and the perceived safety of being just a student, it is just the beginning of a wonderful journey called nursing. Enjoy and embrace the adventure, and thank you for allowing the faculty and staff at Great Bay Community College to assist you in your travel preparations. I'd like to welcome the president of the college, Dr. Will Arvello.
Thank you and welcome. I don't know, all that reading off about all that work you did, that doesn't sound like enough to me. I think we should keep you for another year. Well, you know, as I was going through the line and shaking your hands a little while ago, I ran into Samantha Nevins, who seems to probably get the price, right? Because she she went to till the last day of finals, and then she went off and had a baby, and her baby is with her, 5 days old. Congratulations. So, greetings, students, faculty, staff, family members, and friends. Thank you for being here tonight to celebrate this long-held tradition of passage from student to nurse. Dear nursing students, congratulations on a job well done. You did not know how hard it would be for you to get here this day, but now you know. And rightly so, it should have been difficult. What will be expected of you in the field you have only begun to glimpse. The care of the sick and the injured is no small matter. It is one of the most important jobs any human can do. I firmly believe that though you may not know what you will encounter along the trajectory of becoming excellent nurses, you can rest assured that you have been well prepared to deal with the many diverse situations that will come your way. I say this for 3 reasons. I know, and you, the students, can confirm that we have an excellent, well-qualified faculty that taught you the skills and knowledge for you to be successful nurses. I also know from industry feedback that our nurses are some of the best and most competent, and therefore highly sought after. Finally, I have had many people come to me and congratulate us on the great job we're doing training our nurses. These people have had direct experience with one of the Great Bay nurses as patients. It is great to know that the healthcare industry and patients alike think that we are doing a great job of educating and training you. There is no more valid confirmation which assures that you will have a rewarding and successful future as you move forward in your new calling. So congratulations and best wishes. Now I have the honor of presenting the President's Award for Outstanding Student. The President's Award for Outstanding Student is given to a member of the student community whose endeavors have made a significant difference at the college. This year's recipient is Jamie Crimes. Where's Jamie? Come on up. So this is the award. She will have to put some blocks on her wall because it's quite heavy, so we don't want it to fall down. But congratulations. So stand there while I read the rest of this thing here. So during her time at Great Bay, Jamie had a consistent record of academic excellence and maintained a GPA of 4.0 in the nursing program. And that is really hard to do. I don't know how many of you have 4.0s, but we know it's very difficult, right? I'm hoping that many of you do. She contributed relevant and thought-provoking ideas to classroom discussion and applied classroom learning during laboratory and clinical setting exercises, where she was consistently on task and on target. Jamie served as the nursing student representative for a class of 52 students during her third semester in the program, attending monthly meetings with the entire nursing faculty and sharing concerns as well as positive comments from her peers. She is dedicated not only to her own success, but to the success of others. One faculty member described Jamie as the whole package. She is intelligent, dedicated, organized, personable, and a team player. Her perfect GPA, her strength of character, her interpersonal skills are beyond compare in a program that is emotionally and intellectually challenging. Thank you, Jamie, for being part of this program, and congratulations on the award. Now, I think we're okay now, right? Now we want to introduce Paul Petrides, the Vice President of Academic Affairs, who is going to present the Academic Award.
So each year, each academic department identifies a student who is an outstanding student with a GPA of at least 3.2, and then the department, among those students, makes a decision to offer the award to the student they think is outstanding. And it is no surprise that the award winner for the nursing department as well is Jamie Crimes.
So I just want to say that this year we had to split our graduation into two events, the morning and afternoon event. The morning is for a general graduation, and then the afternoon is for all the healthcare programs. And the reason we had to do that was because we're getting many more students graduating, and of course, this is just nursing, and it fills up most of the auditorium already. I mean the gym. So we apologize for that, because I know certainly the students probably wanted to be together. But tomorrow, I hope that all of you will come back to join us for the afternoon graduation to celebrate the nursing students and the other allied health program students. So I hope to see most of you back tomorrow. Thank you.
What Will told us is that it's the biggest class that has ever graduated from Great Bay Community College, so it's a pretty exciting day tomorrow. I'd like to welcome up the student that will be doing the thank you to faculty.
Kind of tie it into my speech, thanking everybody here tonight. I would like to thank everyone for coming today. I know that all of you have been behind the scenes supporting us as we started out 2 years ago to complete this grueling process known as nursing school. Without you, it is likely that many of us would not be here today, graduating and preparing to take our boards as nurses. I would also like to thank our instructors, their support staff, and the other college professionals that keep this nursing program going. Great Bay's nursing program is known throughout the area as being very difficult to complete. Having had the opportunity to be at various hospitals now for 2 years and speak to many of their staff, Great Bay nurses are recognized for their knowledge, enthusiasm, and most importantly, for their willingness to work hard.
Sorry, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Sorry. When a healthcare facility hires a Great Bay graduate, they know that they're going to get their money's worth. This strong work ethic that is applied to both our studies and at clinical comes from the faculty and the example they set. They know what makes a strong professional nurse, and they strive their best to make sure we meet their expectations and ultimately succeed in this profession. My decision to pursue a career in nursing began as a calculated one. I saw that there were numerous open positions for nurses, and the field of medicine had always fascinated me. I believed I could challenge myself and have a fulfilling career if I chose this path. Little did I know that soon I was to discover another reason to pursue a nursing career. The reason for this was far more altruistic and personal. If you were to ask your loved one tonight why they decided to become a nurse, most would have an experience to relate regarding a significant event in their lives that led to the decision to become a nurse. I didn't have that, and in some respects, I wondered a bit about my choice. Would I have the passion and the compassion to continue with this vocation of nursing? However, just as nursing school started, my father was diagnosed with cancer. This was a shock to my family. My father had never really been sick. He had an occasional illness, but nothing significant. Going to see him in the hospital where he was in the bed, looking worn out and sick, was very difficult for me. As he remained in the hospital for an extended period of time, he had to rely on his nurses to care for him. He had one nurse in particular that he really liked. This nurse took really good care of him and was his advocate when it came to some hard decisions that had to be made. This nurse made the difference in my father's stay at the hospital, and in referring to his nurse, my father told me, "This is the type of nurse you want to be." I needed him. I wasn't sure how to ask for that help, but he knew, and he was there for me. Be like him. Be a good nurse. I told him that I would try. This helped me to realize just how important a nurse is to their patients and what an impact they can have on them. Nursing school isn't a simple, easy process. It involves organization, commitment, and dedication to succeed. To become a police officer, I had to go through the police academy. At that time, I felt that completing the academy was quite an accomplishment. In fact, one of my biggest accomplishments. 3 months of getting yelled at, chased around, and made to do push-ups, run laps, and take tests every week. It was horrible. It was nothing compared to the last 2 years of nursing school. I would rather do push-ups and run laps than have to write another process recording or have my yellow folder ready first thing on Thursday morning with its assorted care plans and medication sheets. The studying is also on a whole other level as compared to the police academy. The academy only had a few textbooks. Nursing school has something along the line of 10 plus. We should be proud of ourselves. Completing this program is quite an accomplishment. While here at the college, I've had an opportunity to make many new friends with the other students. From these friends, you form study groups that become something more. They evolve into support groups, helping one another when times get difficult, to eventually becoming members of a family. Being a part of a family often involves nicknames, and apparently nursing is no different. Here at the college, we have Angry Mike, Young Mike, and Good-Looking Mike. We have Yoga Pants Erica and British Tom. We have Ma Bell, soon to be Grandma Bell. I think everyone has nicknames. But then we ran into a nickname dilemma, and that was that of the Laurens. There are so many Laurens. We had Lauren 1 and Lauren 2. I think we even may have reached Lauren 20 before we just gave up. There are some advantages to having so many Laurens in the class. You knew that if you weren't sure who you were talking to, you could always use the name Lauren, and you had a high probability of being right. The other nice thing about having so many Laurens that is anytime you needed help at the clinical, you just had to yell out the name Lauren, and you knew someone was coming, maybe even two. Since my fellow students gave me this opportunity to speak to you all, I want to take a moment to thank one particular person who I think my fellow students would also agree merits their thanks. That person and fellow nursing student is Michelle Greenbaum. Michelle is like everyone's mom. First, she's old enough. Second, she is strong and supportive. She would check in on everyone, especially after a tough test or a rough clinical day, to make sure that we were doing all right. She always had something nice to say to the other students. Throughout school, she offered up her time and her home to help the other students study. She took a cop who was clueless about the many facets of nursing and showed me many tricks of the trade when we began our first clinical together, particularly how important just the little things were to the patients. So from all of us whom you've helped, thank you, Michelle. Today's world requires nurses to be prepared for many large-scale events, from natural disasters to, unfortunately, even terrorist attacks. We have come to know after the Boston Marathon bombing that these events can happen anywhere, anytime. Therefore, we must be prepared. Here at Great Bay, we have received training on such events and even participated in a mass casualty drill. As part of our training, we were required to learn the hard lesson of triage in a mass casualty event. That is, as a nurse, we might be forced to decide who receives life-saving treatment and who does not. A decision that must only take seconds. I found it to be quite sobering and not one that I had never given much thought to in a medical sense, that of those who may live and those who may die. In just a short time, we are going to receive our pins, a tradition in nursing that indicates that we're ready to begin our careers. I would ask that we all remember something as we go out to work in the healthcare field. You were all once student nurses. Remember the nervousness or even fear that you had when you went out onto that floor to actually practice as a student nurse for the first time. Remember how important every word that nurse mentor said to you was. When the students arrive on your floor in their horrible Gumby green scrubs and white shoes, there is no denying that you are going to be inconvenienced, put out, and even annoyed with them at times. They are going to ask you great questions, not so great questions, and even some really silly ones. They're going to make mistakes and messes. Yes, there apparently is a wrong way to put a bedpan under a patient. Just help them clean it up. So they don't know what the code button is for until they accidentally lean on it. You know you needed those extra steps on your Fitbit when you had to run to the room. Help the students to learn. Let them pass medications and talk to patients, even grumpy ones. You know they have to write about something each and every day. Give them something to write about. You may never have seen a person who has had their anatomy rearranged due to certain procedures. So yes, you may have to point out the location of certain body parts so they can care for the patient. Just do it. Nursing is a profession that is taught, but it must also be experienced. We must be good to the student nurses, encouraging and tolerant. If we don't give them the experience and opportunity to learn, they are going to be left with just simulations. They must hear real heart sounds, give real shots, and actually touch people. One of my biggest hang-ups when I first started was listening for a woman's heartbeat. I actually had to put my stethoscope on a woman's chest. Lori Murray, one of our instructors, told me, "Tom, we are all just bags of skin. You will get over it." She was right, I did. Can you imagine getting someone like me who had never really had the opportunity to work with real patients? Do you want someone caring for you or a loved one who has only treated a mannequin? If you don't help create an environment in which new nurses can learn, that is what it could come to. We have all heard the saying that nurses eat their own. You can change that. Be good to one another, support one another. Be the mentor that you had or wanted to have. You may never hear from the student again, but you may have made an impact on them that will last the rest of their nursing career. Make it a good one. Finally, be the type of nurse that is there for your patient when they need you, ready to help before being asked. Remember that you are caring for someone's sister, brother, mother, or father, so above all, be a good nurse. Thank you.
That was Tom Boynton. He was chosen as the student speaker by his class. So what an honor and what a great job. The next part of the ceremony is the actual pinning portion for the students. Lori Mancuso was chosen as the person who will be reading what students wrote for them to thank their families, friends. Students, when it's time, come up this side of the stage, please. And as you see your graduate, those people that are pinning them, please join them at the side of the stage. Lori Mancuso.
I beg your pardon? Hello, everyone. Um, is this too loud? I feel like it's loud. No? Okay. So the first student to be pinned tonight is Kayla Adams. Kayla says, "Thank you to my family for their never-ending support, my friends for not forgetting about me even though I've been absent, and my friends I have made throughout this journey. I would also like to thank Steve and Brock for making me dinner every night and encouraging me to always do my best. I wouldn't be where I am without you two." Lauren Andrews. "Thank you to all my family for always pushing me to do my best, and to my friends for always giving me an escape. Melissa Diane LeMay, your constant support got me through this. Love you all." Kelsey Bogatz. Kelsey is being pinned by her little brother Lucas. She'd like to thank her family, her friends, and her partner John for encouraging her not to give up when she needed it most. She would also like to thank Chipotle for always being there for her. Stephanie Bowden. Eat, sleep, go to clinicals, freak out, study for exams, freak out. I want to thank my fiance, Ryan, for enduring this cycle on repeat, all while helping this mini bridezilla plan a wedding. To my mom, dad, and best friend Jen, who always replied to my panicked texts, and to Jess for the pre-exam phone prayers, and to Beth, Becky, and Kristen for being the best nursing school friends a girl could have. All your love, guidance, jokes, and support have carried me across this finish line. I couldn't have done this without all of you. Thanks. Tom Boynton. I would like to thank my wife, Christine. Without her support and encouragement, I would never have been brave enough to apply to nursing school, let alone complete it. Jamie Crimes. I would like to thank my husband, John, for his encouragement, support, the meals and housework, and the sacrifices he made to help me through this program. For my son, Luke, you make me want to do better each and every day, and I hope I have made you proud. Thank you to the faculty and my friends and family for their never-ending support, and to my study buddies, thanks for the laughs, the happy tears, and the friendships formed for life. Justin Colburn. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. I took the first step on my own, but the journey would have been impossible without the support and encouragement of my family, friends, peers, and Starbucks. I am truly grateful. Thank you. Sarah Davey. I want to thank Jesus for giving me the strength to get through this program. Thank my daughter for being so understanding and supportive while I took important time away from our relationship. And last but not least, thank the love of my life for keeping me strong and taking care of our family so I could focus on school. I couldn't have done it without them. Rebecca Delisle. I would like to thank everyone in this room individually, but we were told to keep it short and sweet. So I let my biggest supporter, my best study buddy, and greatest distraction, my short and sweet niece, Layla, write mine. Thank you, Aunt B, for helping me learn about germs and my body. I'm happy that now you can be a real nurse to everyone and not just me and Bella. Alyssa DeMarco. I want to thank my mom for always being there to support in whatever way was needed. Words cannot express how thankful I am for all that you have done for me. My dad and stepmom for always encouraging me to do my best and taking my late night phone calls on the way home from work. My boyfriend Matt for providing never-ending love, encouragement, and support throughout this whole process, and what a process it's been. And finally, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the help and support of my fellow classmates and study group. We made it. Thomas Ellefson. Tom Ellefson's family is back in England, so he's having a classmate helping with the pinning. Tom wants to thank the rest of his class for helping him study and keeping him smiling for the majority of nursing school. Also, he apologizes for asking so many questions. Lucy Garfield. To all those who helped me on this road and comforted me when the tears flowed, thank you for your guidance and support and calming me down when I was a worrywart. Sarah George. Thank you to my family and friends for the support and encouragement through this journey. It has been a grueling 2 years, but we did it. To my husband, Dustin, thank you for loving me through each tearful meltdown, the fast approaching deadlines, never-ending piles of paperwork, and sleepless nights filled with studying. I could not have done it without you. Erica Gianelli Kilroy. Five years ago, on the night before my pop passed, he told me I would make a great nurse. Today, I fulfill that dream. My mother, a nurse for over 30 years, is my biggest inspiration for becoming a nurse and caregiver. My dad has continued to keep me motivated and smiling throughout the process. And of course, my husband, Thomas, has been my biggest support throughout the journey, offering endless hugs, laughs, and love. Thank you. Abigail Gordon. I want to thank all of my family and friends for their love and support throughout this long journey. A special thanks to my husband, Bruce, for always believing in me, never giving up on me, and supporting my many emotional breakdowns. A special thanks to my Aunt Jo for long hours of tutoring, and to my parents and siblings for standing by me, supporting me, loving me, and pushing me to be who I am today. Michelle Greenbaum. G.B. Stern said, "Silent gratitude isn't much use to anyone," and I agree. I want to shout my thank you out loud so everyone can hear how much the love and support of my children, Caitlin, Zach, and Stephanie, means to me. But more than that, I want them to know a huge thank you to my family and friends who have helped me. Thank you to my study and support group standing beside me today. I have incredible respect for these lifelong friendships we have made. Beth Ann Gregutis. There are too many people to mention, but I'd like to thank my parents for putting up with my moodiness, Joe and Mo because my absence has affected them the most, Leslie for giving me a place to stay close to my clinical sites, and my amazing friends, Becky, Kristen, and Steph. I couldn't have gotten to this point without any of you. Kristen Gustafson. Emma, you gave me the strength and motivation to not only chase after my dreams, but to catch them. I love you. Victoria Holt. I would first like to thank my wonderful instructors for their dedication and passion in educating future nurses. I would also like to thank my parents, brother, and boyfriend for their endless support along this journey. Today, I celebrate this achievement with my family and classmates. As my dad always told me, life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Dinesh Hudanish. I would like to thank my friends and family, especially my mother, sister, and stepfather, for supporting and believing in me throughout my nursing school journey. In addition, I'm grateful for the friendships I've culminated in nursing school and the support and encouragement from the nursing faculty. This is not something I could have done on my own, but that is a product of the support of so many people in my life. Jennifer Carer. I would like to say thank you to my husband Trevor, who was there for every celebration and every nervous breakdown. My mom and mother-in-law for their support and the many hours of childcare they both provided. My dad and my sister for their love and encouragement. And last but not least, my daughter Lexi, who has been my #1 motivation and biggest fan throughout this adventure. I could not have done this without you all. We did it. Kendra Kent. I want to thank my kids for being there every day for me, putting up with a filthy house and frozen pizzas for dinner. You guys kept me going throughout this program. I also want to thank my fellow students for their endless support. And last, I want to thank my boyfriend for being there every second, giving me the strength when I couldn't find it. Marissa Levine. I would like to thank my family for believing in me. Mom, Dad, you've been very supportive these past few years, and I don't know what I would do without you. To my friends, for picking me up when I'm stressed and always being the ones to cheer me up. And lastly, my teachers, who have all taught me to be the very best version of myself. Thank you. Melissa LeMay. Thank you to my family and friends for all of your love, support, and patience. Grammy, Mom, Bilbo, and Eva, thank you for keeping me focused. Hollywood Andrews, you're my rock. Justin, you've made this journey worth it. I love you all. Best of luck to my fellow nurses. Danielle Mead. Thank you to my family and friends for your continuous support and encouragement during this journey. Words cannot begin to describe how thankful I am for each of you, and I wouldn't be where I am if it weren't for all your help along the way. I'd also like to thank my son, Jacob. You are my biggest motivation in life. Diane Melkonian. Diane is being pinned by her husband Jesse and her son Chase. I would like to thank my husband Jesse and my son Chase for their patience and support during this journey. I love you both so much and look forward to slowing down a bit and spending more quality time together. I'd also like to thank the staff for sharing their knowledge and guidance. I'd also like to wish my classmates the best of luck, and I'm so grateful to call many of you my friend. Abigail Metz. Abby would like to thank her mom, dad, Jess, and Devin. You guys supported me during the most challenging time of my life and believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. Melinda Moran. I would like to thank my family for supporting me throughout this incredible journey. I'd like to give a special thanks to my mom, Cheryl, for going above and beyond to make sure I reached my dream of becoming a nurse. I couldn't have done this without you, Ma. I love you. Perseverance truly leads to greatness. Rachel Nash. Wow, it's been a long 2 years, but we made it. I can't believe we're finally here. I want to thank my fiance, Ray, for all your continued love, support, and encouragement. I also want to thank my parents and future in-laws for stepping up and providing me the same during the times I drove Ray crazy. I want to thank our instructors for believing in us when we didn't believe in ourselves. We did it. Here's to the future. Cheers. Samantha Nevins. Samantha is being pinned by her mother-in-law, Eileen. She wants to thank her whole family for their love, support, and generosity. Her husband, Brian, for being her rock, and her new daughter, Emma, for hanging in a week late so she could take her final. To the class of 2017, you're all wonderful. Veronica Noble. Veronica would like to thank her family and friends for all of their help and support throughout this journey. A special thanks to her father, Jim, for his wisdom, guidance, and comic relief. Lastly, to Sarah, Mike, and Nicole, thanks for the countless number of laughs. Sylvia Parker. I'd like to thank my daughter Jasmine for being very patient these past few years and giving me the time to study. Thanks to my big family who support me by helping me watch Jasmine whenever I need it. Big thanks to Michael, who's pushed me to get into nursing school and encouraged me not to give up when things got hard. Lastly, I'm very thankful to all the faculty, especially Dulcinea as my advisor, for being very supportive in my student nurse role and preparing me as a novice nurse. Fred Pelletier. I would like to thank my wife, Kate. She encouraged and loved me every day. I would also like to thank Theo Haley and my family. A heartfelt thanks to Michelle, Tom, Heidi, both Lauries, and Mary Churchman, all of whom made a difference in the nursing program for me. Sarah Rock. Sarah is being pinned by Tess Nicholson, right? This has been one of the hardest and most rewarding adventures I've ever been on. I want to thank all of those that were patient and waiting for me at the finish line, especially my father for being my rock. I love you. Michael Rockwell. I am grateful to the nursing staff I am grateful to the nursing staff and my peers for all their support. Somebody must have a Band-Aid. Heidi Ross. I would like to thank, from Great Bay Community College, Kyle Godin-Bratine for all his patience in the Advising Center, and Professor Barry Spracklin for being an excellent teacher, and the entire nursing program for their support in my success. I thank my family, my father for being there and listening to me not only about school but about everything, and my son Nathaniel for his computer expertise and words of encouragement. Finally, Robert Peters for being there with me on a daily basis. Thank you for your time, patience, caring, love, and understanding. I appreciate you. Lauren Sherwood. After surviving nursing school, I feel like I can do anything, but I know I couldn't have done it alone. I can't thank my parents enough for everything they've done for me. They watched my twins so I could study and go to class, and they supported me when I wanted to fall apart. I also want to thank my classmates for their support and understanding, and my teachers for pushing me to step outside my comfort zone. Thank you, everyone. I couldn't have done it without you. Karen Summers. I'd like to thank my mom for always supporting, encouraging, and pushing me to achieve my goals and be the best I can be. It's been a rough 2 years, and she's been my biggest supporter through it all. I'd also like to thank my stepfather for introducing the phrase that I've had to tell myself every day to get here: short-term sacrifice for the long-term gain. And finally, thank you, Amy, Sam, Sarah, and countless others who've helped with childcare and encouragements. Nicole Stockberger. I'd like to thank my family, especially my mom, for always supporting me, believing in me, and motivating me throughout the last 2 years. I'd also like to thank my friends who, despite my poor communication skills, were always there to celebrate my successes and pick me up after a meltdown. I couldn't have done all of this without all of you. Thank you. Sital Suba. I would like to thank my husband, Darpan, and all my family members for their love and support. I would also like to thank my colleagues for their friendship and my instructors for their inspiration and encouragement. Thank you very much, and I love you all. Kristen Wells. The only reason I survived nursing school was because of my parents. I want to thank them and the rest of my family for supporting me. I want to thank my baby girl, Addie Joan, most of all. My family has supported me so that I can get more education to better support my daughter. If it weren't for Addison, I would not be graduating from this reputable nursing program, and I would not have met the amazing friends that I have today. Michael West. I would like to thank my friends and family, especially my parents, for supporting me and understanding my tough schedule of classes and studying over the past few years. As far as my classmates go, it was hard to be surrounded by 50-plus educated, beautiful, compassionate women for 2 years, but I survived. And I still don't have a girlfriend. Lindsay Willard. I'd like to thank my family, friends, and my boyfriend Eric for their continued support throughout this process. I'd especially like to thank my amazing mother for pushing me when I needed it and for listening to me either cry or complain every day for the past 2 years. I love you all so much, and I wouldn't be here without you. Congratulations, you guys.
Congratulations. I'd like to invite Stephanie Bowden to come to the stage, who will be leading the students in the nursing pledge.
Okay, a modern Nightingale pledge. You guys ready? I pledge myself here in the presence of this assembly to practice my profession with integrity. I will endeavor to maintain and elevate the standard of nursing, both as a science and as an art. I wholeheartedly recognize the importance of high standards of care and personal accountability. I devote myself to healing, protection, and welfare of those committed to my care. I accept duty to work for improvement of health in the communities in which I live and work. I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and will respect the privacy of medical information. I will act with compassion in ethical matters. I commit to interdisciplinary collaboration and lifelong learning. I fully acknowledge the seriousness of the responsibility that I accept in my calling and the significance of this pledge that I take today. We're all done, guys. Congratulations.
The students have prepared a slideshow to document their journey through the nursing program. If you just give us a couple of minutes for us to have everybody exit the, we actually don't have to, it's over there. Usually it's behind us. So if you look there, a couple of minutes just to get it activated.
Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out. Pop, pop, it's showtime. Showtime, showtime, showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Gone time. Oh, they don't know. Gone time. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out. Pop, pop, it's showtime. Showtime, showtime, showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Gone time. Oh, they don't know. Gone time. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Showed up. I'm wearing Cuban links, designer mix, Englewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red the blues. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jacking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. What y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out. Second verse for the hustlers, gangsters, bad then your ugly friends. I cannot preach, I cannot preach. I gotta show them how I can get it in. First, take your sip, do your dip, spend your money like money ain't shit. Ooh, we too fresh. Got to blame it on Jesus. Hashtag blessed. They ain't ready for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? What you trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out. Everywhere I go, they be like, ooh, so clear. Everywhere I go, they be like, ooh, so clear. Everywhere I go, they be like, ooh, so clear. Now, watch me break it down like, 24 karat, 24 karat magic. What's that sound? Come on now. 24 karat, 24 karat magic. Don't fight the feeling, invite the feeling. Just put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? Tell me what you're trying to do. 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out. I had a dream so big and loud. I jumped so high, I touched the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I stretched my hands out to the sky. We danced with monsters through the night. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, please don't wake me now. 2, 3, 4. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. I howled at the moon with friends, and then the sun came crashing in. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. But all the possibilities, no limits, just epiphanies. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, just don't wake me now. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My I hear it calling outside my window. I feel it in my soul. The stars were burning so bright. The sun was out till midnight. I say we lose control.
So thank you everyone for joining us for this very special occasion. Please rise and please join us in congratulating the class of 2017 nursing program graduates as they exit.